From devil fruit powers to special weapons to Haki, One Piece is filled with some of the most awesome and memorable attacks in any anime. Between Haki, devil fruits, and assorted forms of weaponry, no two One Piece characters fight the exact same way. With every character having their own unique fighting style, there's no shortage of distinct and flashy attacks in the series. Some characters, like Luffy and Zoro, fight with brute force, while others, like Usopp and Law, have more cerebral fighting styles. One Piece is filled with some of the most awesome and memorable attacks in any anime. The coolest attacks in the series are the ones that aren't just useful and creative, but the most stylish, the ones that best suit their users and, typically, the most powerful a character has in their arsenal. Number 10. The Gravity Blade Calls Down Meteorites. Fujitora is the only Marine Admiral in the series who isn't a Logia-type devil fruit eater, but the raw power of his Zushi no Mi casts aside any assumptions that Fujitora is weak. By channeling his devil fruit power through his sword, Fujitora uses Gravity Blade to manipulate the gravitational forces around him, with the range of the attack spanning across a country, and even into space. Admiral Fujitora uses Gravity Blade to repel objects around him, as well as the attacks of his enemies, to crush others with downward force, and, most impressively, to pull down meteorites from space to destroy any who stand against him. During the Dressrosa arc, this attack is used to levitate rubble across all of Dressrosa at once. In the anime, the use of Gravity Blade is signified by purple energy around Fujitora and his sword, matching the color of his uniform. Number 9. Birdcage can destroy entire countries. Don Quixote Doflamingo is one of the scariest One Piece characters, and this frightening nature is reflected by his deadliest attack. Using the power of the Ito no Mi, Doflamingo unleashes the birdcage, spreading his razor-sharp, indestructible strings across an area, and closing them together to destroy it. For those who the birdcage surrounds, death is imminent. Not only can it be used on an entire country to slowly cut through everything, and everyone, in its path, but even an admiral is incapable of destroying it. The only way to stop the birdcage is to defeat Doflamingo himself, but with the power and healing abilities he possesses, that's far easier said than done. Number 8. Black Hole is guaranteed to kill nearly any devil fruit user. The Yami no Mi is known as the most dangerous of devil fruits, not only because of the mastery over darkness it grants its eater, but also for its ability to negate the powers of other devil fruit eaters. With Black Hole, Blackbeard spreads darkness across an area, crushing everything with gravitational force as he sucks in those unfortunate enough to be caught in it, rendering all devil fruit eaters it's used against helpless. For all of Blackbeard's strength, he isn't a hand-to-hand fighter. With Black Hole, he doesn't need to be, as he can nearly anyone while standing perfectly still. The swirling darkness of the attack is intimidating and is capable of destroying entire villages. While Marshall D. Teach has more powerful attacks in his arsenal, Black Hole is easily his most terrifying and iconic. Number 7. Shock Will brought down the invincible Big Mom. Trafalgar Law's Op no Mi grants its eater the unique ability to create rooms and manipulate anything and anyone inside them as they see fit. For the longest time, Law struggled as his ability failed against those with superior Haki, but by awakening his devil fruit, he bypassed this weakness and developed his most awesome attack. Activating AK Room, Law uses his devil fruit power to coat his sword, allowing him to perform advanced operations through it alone. During Law and Eustace Kid's fight with Big Mom, Law uses his Shock Will attack to defeat the Yonko, implanting his sword in her and electrocuting her from the inside. Not only does K-Room allow Law to operate on those with stronger Haki than himself, but with Shock Will, he can freely tear their insides apart, where Haki can't protect them at all. Number 6. Extra Large Imperial Flaming Wings is one of the flashiest attacks in the anime. Roronoa Zoro's fight against Kaido's strongest calamity, King, is one of the biggest spectacles in the series, especially in the anime. The elevated presentation of King's final attack, Extra Large Imperial Flaming Wings, turns an already astonishing move into something breathtaking. An upgraded form of Imperial Flaming Wings, King the Conflagration uses Extra Large Imperial Flaming Wings to create and unleash massive burning dragons on his enemies. This attack is powered not by King's devil fruit, the Ryu no Mi model, Pterodon, but also by his Lunarian biology. Extra Large Imperial Wings is a gorgeous attack to witness in action, even if it failed to defeat Zoro. Number 5. Seaquake has the power to destroy the world. Whitebeard and Blackbeard are two of the strongest characters in One Piece, and that's largely thanks to the power of the Gura no Mi they both possess. Using Seaquake, both Yonkos crack the air, launching shockwaves, and creating earthquakes and tsunamis. The effect used to show Whitebeard and Blackbeard cracking the air is beyond awesome, and the destructive power of the attack is nearly unmatched. According to Sengoku, who knows the full potential of the Gura Gura no Mi well, a powerful enough Seaquake could destroy the world. As powerful an offensive option as it is, Seaquake can also be used for defense, destroying any attacks thrown at its user before they make contact. Number 4. Rising Dragon. Flame Bagua is Kaido's most powerful attack. Even without using any attacks, Kaido has one of the most impressive devil fruits in the series, the Uo Uo no Mi, model Seiryu. Kaido's devil fruit powers grant him the ability to transform into a gargantuan azure dragon. While during his reign as a Yonko, Kaido was rarely forced to use his full power. His Rising Dragon, Flaming Bagua demonstrates the highest peak of his destructive abilities. Rising Dragon, Flame Bagua is used after Kaido enters his Flame Dragon Torch state, coating his dragon body in his own flames to become a flaming dragon. Bursting with aura, Kaido lunges forward to chomp down on whoever pushed him to this point with his burning teeth. While this attack failed to earn Kaido victory, it made a glorious display during the final moments of his fight against Gear 5 Luffy, with it being his last-ditch effort to defeat the young upstart. Number 3. Grand Jacuzzi Clutch brings out Nico Robin's devilish side. Since she was a little girl, Nico Robin's epithet has been Devil Child, a title branded upon her by the world government to ensure no one would trust her and everyone would see her as a monster. The world government's efforts were largely successful, even making Robin see herself as a monster and long for death. After joining the Straw Hat Pirates, however, she found a reason to live, and a family. To help her family, she's more than happy to become a devil. Using the power of the Hana Hana no Mi, Robin sprouts an enormous duplicate of her upper body and grants it the appearance of a devil. Growing even more giant limbs while Demonio Fleur is active, the devilish duplicate grabs Robin's opponent and uses the Grand Jacuzzi Clutch to break their back and neck. Grand Jacuzzi Clutch perfectly suits Robin. It's one of the most menacing-looking attacks in the series. Its power was great enough to defeat Black Maria, despite Robin not even possessing Haki. Number 2. King of Hell, Three-Sword Serpent. 103 Mercy's Dragon Damnation is Zoro's trump card. There are many reasons Zoro is one of the most popular One Piece characters, even rivaling Luffy's popularity, and one of the biggest is his habit of developing new and astounding ways to cut his enemies down in each of his major fights. After not struggling in any of his previous fights since the time skip, Zoro's fight with King pushes him to his limits, with him ultimately defeating the Yonko commander using King of Hell, Three-Sword Serpent, 103 Mercy's Dragon Damnation. King of Hell, Three-Sword Serpent, 103 Mercy's Dragon Damnation requires Zoro to utilize both Conquerors and Armament Haki. Zoro infuses his swords with his Haki and, with great style, launches a long-range attack at his opponent. The climax of Zoro vs. King is one of the most stunningly animated moments in the anime, and the green flames, purple lightning, and red glare in Zoro's eye during its final moments as he uses this attack make him look absolutely unstoppable. Number 1. Gomu Gomu no Bajrang Gun is the current peak of Gear 5's power. Gear 5 is not only Monkey D. Luffy's most powerful transformation to date but one of the greatest transformations in anime. It makes a spectacular debut during Luffy's final fight with Kaido during the climax of the Wano Country saga, granting Luffy the ability to fight with complete freedom and humiliate the cruel Yonko with a wide arsenal of attacks. Having awakened the full power of the Hito Hito no Mi model, Nika, Luffy can stretch himself, and his environment, in whatever ways he pleases. To defeat Kaido once and for all, Luffy uses Gomu Gomu no Bajrang Gun, an upgraded version of Gomu Gomu no King Kong Gun. Inflating his fist to be nearly as large as Onigashima, and infusing himself with advanced Conquerors and Armament Haki, Luffy launches a punch with no intent of making contact, instead emitting his Haki outward. This attack looks absolutely stunning during the final moments of Luffy vs. Kaido, and its power is great enough to destroy an entire island in an instant.